Though with that breaking news on General Motors, U.S. safety regulators slapped the company with a pricey penalty just a short time ago. GM will have to pay a record fine of $35 million. It's the maximum penalty the government can impose. 7 Action News investigator Ross Jones is here now with the details for us. Ross?
Joanne, this is the first punishment General Motors has received in wake of its recall disaster, but it may not be the last. Today, the company agreed to pay the largest fine ever imposed on an automaker for failing to quickly report and fix that deadly ignition defect. The Department of Transportation will fine GM $35 million. As you said, that is the maximum amount allowed by law. This all stems from the company's failure to address problems in vehicles like the Chevy Cobalt and Saturn Ion that allowed the ignition switch to turn from on to off. It disabled airbags and power steering, and at least 13 deaths have been linked to the defect, which GM knew about for at least 10 years before addressing. In addition to the fine, the settlement also requires GM to take part in what the government calls unprecedented oversight requirements and new company policies that will encourage employees to quickly report potential safety concerns in company vehicles.
What we cannot tolerate, what we will never accept, is a person or a company that knows danger exists and says nothing. Literally, silence can kill.
GM engineers knew about the defect. GM investigators knew about the defect. GM lawyers knew about the defect. But GM did not act to protect Americans from that defect.
One senator said the $35 million fine is like a parking ticket to GM and isn't strong enough. But the government apparently agrees, which is why they said today they are pushing to significantly up the maximum fine going forward to $300 million. We will have much more on this developing story tonight on 7 Action News at 5 and 6. I'm Ross Jones. Joanne, back to you.
All right, Ross, thank you. We have breaking